Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Random Andrew here. I got a little special something for you today. It's not entirely vape related. It's a Sigeli UFO, 55 watts of amazing power, but that's not the kind of coils we're going to deal with today. I want to show you something. This is the other kind of coil I like to play with. Got my primary here, secondary. For those of you who don't know Tesla coils, this coil is not actually physically connected with this coil. This is my primary coil. It creates electromagnetic pulses of a very high frequency and induces current within the secondary coil and comes out the top load. Got it grounded out the bottom. If you can see, I got that wire snuck through there. This is for the ground. This is for my chicken stick because I'm not gonna be the electrical conduit for this voltage. No, that would be the chicken stick. You get much better plasma, a little bit larger arc with this, as you can tell. Now it's directly into the ground, which is using the house ground. Yeah, it's kind of ghetto, but you know what? It works. Been doing this for a while now. This is powered. So you can actually see the display by a 9,000 volt, 30 milliamp neon sign transformer. I need 4 more of those actually for the final apparatus of what I'm using, what I'm trying to build. It's my fluorescent bulb, my tube. You can see there's no wires, no batteries, no nothing. I use this to measure how far out the energy field's actually broadcasting, the radiant energy field. And the spark gap, which I'm working very hard to replace. It's supposed to go and spin around and help me achieve much higher frequencies. But right now it's just being a simple 2-stage gap and it's crappy. It limits a bit of my power because it's not as good as it should be. And I'm pretty sure that my primary coil is not sufficient enough to drive the secondary coil as much as it could be. Mind you, because I'm using all recycled components, those of you familiar with my other channel, seen me building using recycled wire from the back of old tube TVs and monitors, CRT monitors. And it's not ever quite enough wire to do one coil. That'd be a lot of wire. So I have to join it together, isolate it, you know, make it so it's not gonna arc out to itself, and I try and make it the least resistant connection as I can. But I'm working with limited materials. Yes, that's covered in hot glue. It's from a previous build. Don't ask. We'll get all this stuff out of the way. I don't have a Faraday cage to keep my vapes in to make sure they don't get affected at all, but they're well outside of the radiant energy field, and they're over there behind glass, well, at least the front glass, in the display area. Alright, so I'm going to put this camera on the stand and we'll show you what I got for just for today. This is not part of my final build, but this is just helping me to get in the practice of using Tesla coils and creating radiant energy fields, because that is a large part of my final experiment. One more added note. You might ask, it's a Tesla coil, where's my capacitor? This is my capacitor. 3 plates of glass, 2 plates of aluminum foil, and there's also tin in there. You can see the aluminum foil in the tin. You got 2 levels of it. Here's my contact for the top layer, my contact for the bottom layer. Anyhow, if you don't know how it works, look up Study Nikola Tesla's work. And why do I have a jar of vapor sitting here? I'm gonna mess around and see if it's what happens. Maybe. Realizing those out of focus shots just weren't enough. I'm gonna try something else and might as well catch it on film. Jar of vapor sitting next to, as high up as I can get it, next to the top load. We're gonna try something. Now, seeing when I first would put that in there, the corona from the top of the chicken stick, the end of the chicken stick, seemed to be diffusing the vapor just a little bit. And I'm not quite brave enough to just pour it on there and see what happens when I hit stop load. Probably nothing, but just in case. Give it a little break for the ozone to clear, builds up, gotta open some windows. And then we'll try one more thing with the compass. Just real quick, in this test, I'm using an old engineer's compass. It didn't cost me very much, it's like $5 at a used place. And I'm going to move it close, without getting myself too far into the energy field here. And see if there's, if there is, how much magnetic attraction is actually present. Just bear with me. So far showing for absolutely nothing. There's a slight waver, but not anything at all. Nothing worth recording. In case you couldn't hear me, there's barely anything even worth noting or recording. It wavered a little bit, which could have even been me. And like I said, that's just not enough to actually make it conclusive findings for anything. But at least I tried it. As you can see, experiment success, no worries, no problems. I already kind of knew it worked, that's why I videotaped it to show you guys. I wouldn't say it's quite as much power as I was thinking. What do you think's coming out of the top load here? Go ahead, take a guess. I have no way of measuring it, so I can't tell you if you're right. I just know I've got a nice broadcast of energy. I do a little more work to this primary, build it up a bit, so there's a little bit more power, a little bit more pulse. It's also a bifilar coil. If you don't know what that means, please do look it up. B-I-F. Oh my god, I can't even spell. B-I-F-I-L-A-R. bifilar coil. It means it's got a double pass to it, and it exponentially increases the magnetic field that it's exerting on the inside of there. That's just the fun of starting to play with these stuff, or experiment with Tesla coils. Add some electrostatic some electrostatics into it, and so we start having some really fun stuff. But I'd like to have a few more coils, so I have a really even controlled field, that and at the center of which four coils running would be an even stronger magnetic field to be able to flood the electrostatics into. John Hutchison, yes, I've been watching, and I'm going to do this the old way. I'm not going to do it with tubes. I know tubes can generate radiant electricity, but I'm much more comfortable using Tesla coils. It's just me. Anyways, thanks. I hope you enjoyed. I know it's not entirely vape related, but that's why I'm random, right? Have a good one. And don't try that at home.